We are here on High Isle in the Minos in Gonfalon Bay at What's-Her-Name's house. Over here talking with What's-Her-Name Lady Arabelle DeVoe.
Just as the Colossus watches over Gonfalon Bay, I was supposed to keep the Alliance leaders safe. I failed in that, but at least they aren't in the Ascendant Order's hands. Not yet, anyway. What did Captain Colleen and the others have to say, dear?
The captains believe the Order's leaders are Breton nobles and the delegates didn't wash ashore.
Breton nobles? Yes. We heard that as well when the Ascendant Lord and the Magus were speaking in the crypts. That's something to go on. And if the Alliance leaders didn't end up in the shallows, we'll need to look elsewhere. What else, dear?
Captain Colleen saw the Dockmaster accept gold from the Magus when they captured her.
Well, that's a lead we can investigate. I'd like to have a chat with Dockmaster Arnauld about that and a great many other things. I detest being lied to, and he did it with such conviction. You're still on retainer, dear. Would you care to join me?
I'll help you interrogate Dockmaster Arnauld with prejudice.
The Dockmaster's home overlooks the harbor to the west. Jacan and I will meet you there. First Quentin, now this. I hardly know who to trust. Times like these, I take a moment to contemplate the Colossus in the harbor. It helps clear my thoughts.
Tell me about the Colossus in the harbor.
That's one of the wonders of the archipelago, dear. The locals are very proud of their statue, even if few of them know the real story behind who it represents. I like it as well. One of the reasons I bought the manor. Such a spectacular view.
Who does it represent?
The Colossus of Gonfalon Bay is Baron Admiral Bendu Olo, though most on the mainland would know him as the Colovian King of Anvil. He formed the All Flags Navy around 2260 in the First Era to gain vengeance against the Sloan for the Thracian Plague.
The All Flags Navy?
The largest allied naval force in Tamrielic history. Ships from every nation and province participated, and many of the vessels were built right here on High Isle. The fleet launched from here and rained destruction upon Thras for their treachery.
What does this have to do with finding the missing Alliance leaders?
Nothing, my dear, but you asked. Lord Bakara selected High Isle for the peace talks because of that history, though. The All Flags Navy recalls a time when disparate people united in common cause. He hopes to inspire the delegates to do the same.
Goodbye. Alright. Let's see where we're going. Oh my gosh, we are going this way, northwest. I don't see it here. How far was it? Must be in town. Oh, it is right here. Or at least that's where we gotta start. Hang on one tick. We can't be using no freaking axe in our hand if we're trying to be ranged. What the hell were we using? I don't know. Dude, where did our main hand go? Is it this one? There we go, put it back on. Thank you, good lord. Alright. Then we are going this way. Since he's out there, why'd we go outside here? Oh my god, let's go around. I don't feel like going back in. Using a stupid axe. We could use a bow, maybe, if we got a bow, but not an axe. We are a ranged critter. Guess we could, I don't know. I like staying ranged. What the fuck is going on? I thought it's like right here. How do we go out? Down a little further. Where's it, up top?
I need a break. Place is a mess.
I imagine the Ascendant Order ruffians loitering outside had something to do with that. Let's look around. A few drops of dried blood. A scuffle, but not a murder. Someone planning to depart doesn't set a meal on the table. The Ascendant Magus did bribe the Dockmaster, just as Captain Colleen said. Nothing packed, food left on the table, and signs of a recent scuffle. I think it's safe to say Dockmaster Arnauld found that his Ascendant Order friends weren't entirely satisfied with their arrangement. They've obviously spirited him away.
Why would the Ascendant Order kidnap Dockmaster Arnold when they'd already bribed him?
The Dockmaster ignored the wishes of the Ascendant Magus. Captain Colleen saw Arnauld collect another payment at the lock. I suspect he got greedy. And once he proved he wouldn't stay bribed, well, he became a liability.
Where do we go from here?
The Ascendant Order's throwing around a lot of coin on High Isle. If we follow the gold, we'll find someone with wealth and local influence behind this. Another clue that a High Isle noble is involved. Perhaps they want to keep the war going.
Why would anyone want to keep the war going?
Profit, of course. That's what it always comes down to. Lord Baccaro should be able to tell us which nobles stand to lose if the war ends. Go to Steadfast Manor, northwest of the city. I'll have Jakarn look for the Dockmaster and then meet you there.
Do you think anyone else is secretly working for the Ascendant Order?
Almost certainly. As I said, we must be careful about whom we trust. It is a concern, but it can also work to our advantage. Gold only buys loyalty for so long, and I suspect our adversaries are not as organized as they appear.
Why do you say that?
We know their opening move didn't go as planned. They were interrogating the captains to try to find the missing Alliance leaders. Now they've taken the Dockmaster, who would have been more useful to them where he was. They don't trust each other.
Do you think Dockmaster Arnold knows where the Alliance leaders are?
I doubt it. If Dockmaster Arnauld knew where the Alliance leaders were, he would have happily sold that information to the Ascendant Magus in exchange for his freedom. We know he didn't because the Order is still looking for them.
You think a group that claims to want to end the war would want the peace talks to proceed?
I suspect the Order wants power, not peace. When the throne is vacant, your prospects of becoming Emperor suddenly seem a good deal more promising. That sort of prize might tempt a noble with just the right mix of ambition, gold, and imagination.
And you think Lord Baccaro can point us at the most likely suspects?
Lord Baccaro worked diligently to bring the peace talks to High Isle. Not everyone thought that was a good idea. I'm curious as to who opposed him and why. Better yet, he won't voice suspicions without good cause. We can rely on his discretion.
Goodbye. What up, Stuart? Just doing this main story. We gotta go northwest.
Here we go.
Up here.
Not much longer
Not
now.
sure how we're getting out of here.
We're in this together.
There we go. Ouch, what the fuck just hit me? Something bad. Don't have my fast running skill back yet. I'm still working on that. I don't know why I'm still in combat, dude. I'm way the fuck out here in Sunflower Land. Dude, what can be chasing us? Can, like, oh my god, dude.
I'm right here. Stay focused.
Nothing else is chasing us, right? Okay, good lord. Fucking bullshit. Oh, waypoint. Yay, finally. Might be able to teleport back when we're done.
You there? Can we speak for a moment?
No, we can't. I'm busy,
I want to help,
Doug.
Lady Arabelle, but I'm concerned for the safety of my retainers.
My associate might be able to help in that regard, Lord Bacaro.
Lady Arabelle asks about the nobility, while 2 of my retainers are missing. The Society of the Steadfast will do whatever is necessary to keep its people safe. She mentioned the Ascendant Order might be involved. Do you think that's possible?
We know the Ascendant Order has been attacking people all across the High Isle.
Yes, I understand that you and Lady Arabelle have tangled with these brigands before. They claim to be knights, but they have no honor. Will you do as Lady Arabelle suggested and look for my retainers? I would consider it a personal favor.
Where were your retainers headed?
I sent Grenier and Denise to retrieve a shipment from the Navir docks, but I expected them back ages ago. They were traveling the road to the south. I just pray no evil befell them. The supplies we can lose, but good people are irreplaceable.
Yeah, we got more important questions, asshole, but I'll go look for your missing retainers anyways.
Thank you, my friend. I'll confer with Lady Arabelle while we await your return. I'll tell her everything I know about the nobility of High Isle, if she really thinks that will help. I knew peace would be hard to achieve, but I never expected a war.
Goodbye. Alright, down south. The fuck can I not go through this little doorway for? Fucking assholes.
I knew we never should have trusted Baron Montclair. Thanks for saving the city.
Back up off me, back up off me. Oh shit. You got time to write a note while you're getting attacked? Really? Fucking tracks. There we go, down south. Okay. The fuck is this destruction stuff? What is this? No. With destruction staff equipped. Inferno staves. It's all with destruction staff equipped, and I'm not doing that. I wanted to check on this. Ooh! It generates 2 extra Ultima. Yay! Generates 4. I've never seen that work, but cool. Where are we going? To the right, hopefully. This thing looks like it needs to die. I don't know why. Blah blah. Yeah, let's go talk with Lord Dipshit. Where's he at again? Dude, I already forgot. I think he's over here. Fuck it. Let's run out. Nope. Not happening. We're gonna teleport. See, Lord Dipshit's just north of us now. Maybe he's done.
Can we speak for a moment?
No, I'm told you I'm busy, dog.
You return alone. I take it the news is not good. Grenier and Denise were not just retainers. They were friends. The Steadfast shall miss them, and so shall I.
Your retainers
Please,
were killed.
tell me what happened.
Your retainers were killed. I found these orders from the Ascendant Magus.
Grenier and Denise were helping arrange a banquet at Castle Nevere. Then they were to collect the supplies and return here. What could they have seen that would cost them their lives? The banquet is just to welcome our royal guests to the island.
Grenier wrote this note before he died. He tried to fight back.
The Ascendant Order. Plundering Steadfast supplies and killing our retainers. Damn. It was brave of Grenier to try to fight back, but
Maybe he shouldn't have
foolish.
wrote.
The supplies weren't worth their lives.
We suspect a wealthy noble may be funding the Ascendant Order.
So Lady Arabelle informed me. I hesitate to accuse anyone, but perhaps you should join me at Castle Nevere. All the nobles of High Isle will be there, and if my retainers did see something at the castle, perhaps you can determine what that was.
Alright, I'll meet you at Castle Navir.
Duchess Elea of House Dufort is hosting the banquet. She's decided to go ahead and throw the party, even though our guests of honor are still missing. Go to Castle Navir's courtyard. Introduce yourself when you arrive. Be discreet.
Why hold the banquet without the guests of honor?
Duchess Elea wants to project confidence, especially in light of the current situation. Rumors travel swiftly in the archipelago. The people need to believe we have things under control. I expected to pay a ransom and have the delegates back by now.
Lady Arabelle mentioned that some of the nobles oppose the peace talks.
Ridiculous. No one opposes peace. It's just that some of the nobles questioned if this were the right time and place. Duchess Elea, for example, didn't want to bring the mainland's troubles to High Isle. Not without hope our efforts would bear fruit.
Did anyone else feel that way?
Count Leonard of House Mornard enjoys brisk profits by supplying all sides in the war.
Okay.
He doesn't want that to end too abruptly, especially not in a way that makes Elea and House Dufort look good. He detests that she decided to host the talks.
Sounds like House Dufort and House Mornard are rivals.
Rivals and partners. House Mornard built its wealth on trade. They rely on House Dufort ships to carry their goods. But the two families have long vied with each other for primacy. The Mornards resent the fact that the Duforts rule High Isle.
Tell me more about the Society of the Steadfast.
My family has always believed that wealth is meant to foster good works. When the three alliances went to war, I made the decision to do whatever I could to help common folk caught in their violent wake. So I started the Society of the Steadfast.
What does the Society do exactly?
We're not a religious organization per se, but we do take inspiration from the teachings of Standar. We establish healing centers and other works to show compassion and mercy to those touched by this terrible war. Soldiers and commoners both.
And you do that here on High Isle?
We're a small society that mostly works near the battlefields of Cyrodiil. I did turn a portion of my estate on High Isle into a healing center. We bring the badly wounded here to recuperate. The peace talks naturally grew out of our other efforts.
Why is Duchess Elea holding the banquet without the guests of honor? Okay, we already did that. Okay, go back to the castle. Is this where the castle is at? Probably. Let's go find... Oh, we are not paying that. I heard a treasure. Okay, we still don't know where the castle is at, so let's go to the middle. Barking spiders. Now it says go this way. Why does it say go this way, 100? That's weird. The castle isn't in the city? Am I tripping? Dude. What the fuck is going on? It says go... Okay, is that the castle? That's Steadfast Manor. Over here is the castle. Oh. Okay, let's go back here and then we'll teleport to Castle Navire Way Shrine. I did mark the closest way shrine, didn't I? I think so. We forgot to talk to Lady DeVoe before we left. My bad. Dude, fucking can't jump 2 feet? Are you serious? Let me in, bitch. Thank you. Try to remember where this castle is at in case we gotta come back. Okay.
Might as well enjoy ourselves while we're here. Do you still prefer a Russafeld Red, my lady?
That would be delightful. Thank you, Baccaro.
What up, dog?
Introduce yourself to the nobility.
I don't believe we've met. John Mornard, a pleasure. My family is in shipping. We import goods from the mainland and send wares from the archipelago to markets in Tamriel. You're the investigator working with Lady Arabelle, aren't you?
That's right, I'm helping Lady Arabelle. How do you know?
The Duchess explained everything to the court just before you arrived. If Lady Arabelle had consulted us, things would be different. We know what hazards await careless captains making the approach to High Isle. Her ships were simply unprepared.
Hazardous seas don't wreck those ships. The Ascendant Order did.
Don't tell me you buy into this Ascendant Order nonsense. A shadowy order of knights working to undermine the governments all across Tamriel? It's a ruse, my friend.
You
a
sound
convenient fiction
guilty.
to protect the flawless name of House Dufort. Oh.
You don't seem to think very highly of House Dufort.
Alea gained her station by currying favor in High Rock. Then she made a show of backing Lord Baccaro's steadfast society. But ruining the peace talks and getting heads of state killed? Blame must be placed. And she'd never fall on that sword herself.
Why are House Mornard and House Dufort at odds?
My family ruled the archipelago for generations, but the Duforts were never happy in our shadow. They spent years poisoning the court against us. And when my uncle Avreep quietly supported King Rancer a few years back, it paid off for them.
What do you mean?
The High King stripped my uncle of the ducal title and gave it to the Duforts. It was an outrage, really. We took no part in Rancer's war.
So you had
At
motive.
least the Duforts didn't get everything they wanted. We kept most of our holdings, and it eats at them.
Are you in charge of House Mornard?
Goodness, no. That honor falls to my cousin Leonard, and he can have it. I wouldn't want the responsibility. No, I'm content managing our affairs here on High Isle. I leave the larger concerns of the business and house to my cousin, the Count.
That's who the guilty party is then, huh? Count Dumar de Fort.
Such a waste. I have little patience for the vanity of our noble houses on the best of days. Right now, I'm sure we all have better things we could be doing. I suspect you agree. You're the one assisting Lord Baccaro and Lady Arabelle, aren't you?
That's right, I'm helping Lady Arabelle. You're well informed.
I try to keep up on matters of state, but I confess, Alea told us all about you. I am Count de Mard, the Duchess's brother and court mage of House Dufort. Tell me, has your investigation uncovered news regarding a sudden storm that appeared recently?
Yes, we think it might have caused the delegate ships to crash.
A hypothesis that matches my own. While my sister chases bandit knights across the countryside, I wonder about the druids who make the wild parts of High Isle their home. They have little love for civilized culture. They could be responsible.
What do the druids have to do with the storm?
I don't think that storm was natural. The druids wield old magics and consort with spirits. It is well within their abilities to summon such a tempest. They mostly keep to themselves, but I suspect a ruse. Those are your culprits, mark my words.
You said you're the court mage? You sound suspicious.
Magic is the legacy and heritage of the Breton people. Oh, I spent my time mastering the sword and knightly pursuits in my youth, but I believe that a true Breton must study both halves of our nature, and perhaps the ways of the druids, too.
What do you mean, both halves?
We Bretons trace our ancestry to Needs and elves who intermingled during the early history of High Rock. Therefore, spellcraft is in our blood, and we all at least have some talent with magic. I find the subject fascinating and decided to embrace it.
Do all Breton noble houses have a court mage?
No. Some have forgotten our traditions. Were it not for my talent, I doubt my sister would bother with a court mage. She sends me to look after Dufort interests in ports across Tamriel, rather than making full use of my arcane skills. A pity.
Goodbye. Okay, one more. Before the shit goes down,
Lord
better be
Bacaro has
ready
arrived,
when the
Duchess.
shit
He
goes
brought that
down.
Lady Arabelle with him.
Welcome to Castle Navir. You're Lady Arabelle's assistant, yes? Then you know these festivities are only for appearances' sake. Our guests of honor have yet to be found. Rest assured, I intend to bring the radicals behind this plot to justice.
You're aware of the Ascendant Order?
I'm aware of most things that happen on my isle. It's true we didn't connect reports of mysterious knights to the Ascendant Order until recently. But now that we know they are one and the same, we'll quickly bring them to heel.
Is there anything you can tell me that might help us find the Alliance leaders?
I suggest that you and Lady Arabelle leave this matter in our hands. My knights have already pinpointed several sites where the Ascendant Order gathers. They are scouring High Isle for our missing guests even as we speak.
We have reason to believe a High Isle noble may be funding the Ascendant Order.
Which is why I prefer to handle this discreetly. I suspect House Mornard is behind this. They profit greatly from the war, and they still hold a grudge against my house for overshadowing their own. Frankly, I put nothing past them.
Tell me more about House Mornard.
One should be careful when talking about one's neighbors. Still, Count Mornard's dislike of my family is well known. Years ago, his father backed King Ronser of Shornhelm in his dispute with High King Emmerich. Emmerich did not forget it.
What did King Emmerich do?
He punished Avreep Mornard by stripping him of his ducal title and granting it to my father instead. The Mornards remain counts, with holdings and estates throughout the Isles. But the Duforts are now the dukes of the sisters.
Tell me more about House Dufort.
My family builds ships. Our shipyards construct the finest vessels to ply the western seas. In reward for our service, High King Emmerich granted us the Duchy of Sisters. We rule with care and compassion for all, even the Mornards.
Okay.
Might I offer you a refreshment, friend?
Can I grab a lot of cheese and bread? I'm hungry.
Didn't think I'd miss this little soiree, did you? Listen, I have it on good authority from a very accommodating chambermaid, in fact, that the Duchess has been looking into the Ascendant Order on her own. Well, I've got a plan.
What kind of plan, Jakarn?
Not Jakarn, waiter, Fred. I'm in disguise. I told you about the chambermaid, right? She's one of the Duchess's personal assistants. Well, she told me where the Duchess keeps her sensitive documents, among other unmentionable items.
The Duchess told me about our investigation. What's your plan?
Nobles and the upper staff never pay attention to the common help. I easily filched a key from that stuck-up steward Hercian. While I cause a distraction, you go take a look. Duchess Alea has a private study somewhere beyond the northeast door.
What sort of distraction?
I'll lure the guards away from the doors, but I'll need your help. Talk to one of the musicians and ask them to play the tune Stagger and Sway. It's an old favorite of mine.
I'll
take care of the rest.
Okay. Time to make some music.
Something you need, friend?
I want to request a song of Stagger and Sway.
I don't really take requests. Duchess Alea provided a list of approved songs she wanted performed. That one definitely isn't one of them. Not that she would notice. I don't think anyone is really listening to the music.
Would this buy me a song?
It's good to see that someone appreciates the arts. All right then, you'll have your song.
Thank you.
Lords and
When the
ladies
rhythm
of the court,
starts to
I dedicate
sway,
this song
dance
and
with
to the
me,
most buxom,
make me
curvaceous,
sway.
voluptuous of all royals, Duchess Alea.
Get down from there at once! Stop this nonsense!
Okay. Holy moly. I don't know where we're going. We're going this way. Oh shit. I hope that's not a guard. I don't want to kill any guards on accident. It's an escort. Whoop. Hang on. Need to grab some bookshelves on the way out. That's a big bookshelf. Just look at a couple of these while I'm here. I'll be quick about it. Just trying to upgrade my new skill. I don't know what's going on with these ones that don't say what's going on. And that's about it. Alright, let's go look up the notes. I ain't reading that shit. Uh-oh, see, I knew this shit was gonna go down. How did I know? Sounds like a storm brewing outside.
Bear witness. Damriel's salvation begins today. Join us, or be swept aside. Storm and fire will bring down the oak. Lightning and lava will herald in a new age.
Bitches. Take my fucking stamina. Okay. Whoa, there's some dead bodies here. What happened, dog?
This was a warning. No one is beyond our reach. Stand aside and you will find a place in the new regime. Stand against us, and you will be brought to your knees.
Okay, that guy was scary and the clouds are gone. Why do you get your shirt off, Jakarn? Jakarn!
Guess I wasn't the only one who decided to crash this party. That was the Ascendant Magus himself. He told the high and mighty of the archipelago to stay out of his way. And I think they just might. But we won't, will we?
Dude, put your shirt back on, dog.
Oh, good. You're all right. It seems our adversaries decided to send a message to all those in attendance. Submit or die. A classic. Did you uncover anything useful before the Ascendant Magus made his entrance?
Duchess Alea has been investigating the Ascendant Order. I have her notes.
I see. Clearly, Duchess Alea's investigation hasn't gotten very far. Perhaps we can make better use of the leads she's been developing. But we have little time to waste. The Ascendant Magus demonstrated real power.
What do you mean?
Did you notice how the ground shook when he unleashed his storm? That's not a magic I've seen before. Somehow his storm magic is causing earthquakes. At least he hasn't recovered the Alliance leaders yet. We still have time.
How do you know they don't have the Alliance leaders?
Because the Ascendant Magus has made a show of wanting us to fear him. Why would he care if he had what he wanted and couldn't be stopped? No, the royals elude him, somehow. But his magic... I wonder...
Wonder what?
Among the other problems plaguing High Isle, lava vents have begun to open in random locations. Between the ground shaking and the storms, could the Magus have stirred the volcano? Let's return to my manor so we can study these items more closely.
Goodbye.
Lord Macaro, it may not be safe to return to Steadfast Manor.
Nonsense. I refuse to hide from these cretins. I'll double my guard, but they won't drive me from my home.
Very well. I'll check in with you later. Jakan, let's go. And put on a shirt, my dear.
I told you! Put on a shirt. Alright, hang on. Is there a telly out here? Yeah, there is. Alright, we'll go use that. Fucking Jakarn and his shirtless antics. I don't remember that happening before.
Let's go.
Okay, that is where we're going, right? Yep.
Look! The Colossus!
Oh shit! That shit got knocked the fuck down. That's not
These
good.
tremors grow more powerful. I heard that volcanic fissures are bursting open across the Isles.
First the storm, now this? It must be the work of the Ascendant Order.
You give them too much credit. An earthquake destroyed the Gonfalon Colossus.
Yes, an Ascendant Earthquake. Trust Zaji, he knows.
I have visited High Isle several times over the years. Never have I seen the ground so restless. It is alarming. Could Zaji be right? Could the Ascendant Order be causing these tremors and eruptions?
He said that Magus said the old regimes will be swept away in storm and fire.
Storm and fire. I am troubled. If the Ascendant Magus can use powerful storm magic against his enemies, does he also command the tremors and volcanic fissures? It is maddening to even contemplate.
Lady Arabelle suspects a link between the storms and the volcanic activity.
Oh, Zaji is right to worry then. The loss of a monument might be the least of our concerns if the Ascendant Order can rouse the volcano. Lady Arabelle is inside, friend. Perhaps she'll know what to do.
Goodbye.
Was it too much to hope that one of High Isle's nobles would openly admit their guilt? Ah, well. At least we can rule out Duchess Alea. Her notes make it clear she was caught off guard by the attack on the delegates' ships. And this map. Interesting.
What about the map?
If this map really points to sites important to the Ascendant Order, then it's our best lead so far. Here, my dear. Take this with my thanks. With your continued help, we'll find the royals and discover who's behind the Order before long. We must.
Okay.
The map you
Let
like
me
every
check
have a
on-
mystery
Your
to
tale
solve,
just
my dear.
grows in the telling.
What the fuck is this? No, I'm not equipping that. Okay, collections. Fuck. Okay, we got boots, right? Boots, boots, boots. Chest, no. Waist, no. Ooh, what's that? Nope. Hands, no. Feet. There we go. What are these? Medium boots. Do we want to start a new one? Fuck it. Oh, you have a food buff active. Reduce the cost of your core abilities by 25. That's not great. Hang on, let me just make sure we still got 5. Nope. Okay, so let's keep these boots. Alright, see you on the next one. I'm gonna start up a new stream in just a second, streamer.